The Lighthouse Keeper's Granddaughter. The brass telescope was cold against Maya's cheek as she pressed her eye to the lens. Below, the Artman sea turned grey and restless. But she was not watching the water, she was watching the old lighthouse. Across the bay, its white tower struck against the darkening sky. Her grandfather had kept that light burning for 43 years. Now it sat dark, automated by some computer in a facility 200 miles away. He had been gone 3 months, and Maya still could not bring herself to enter his cottage beside the defiant lighthouse. You are doing it again, her mother said from the doorway. Staring at that place would not bring him back, sweetheart. Maya lowered the telescope. I know. But she did not know, not really, because the last thing her grandfather had said to her, holding her head in that stereo hospital room, was, "The light remembers everything, Maya. When you are ready, go see what it remembers about you." Farewell talk, her mother had said, the more fine speaking. Maya was not so sure. That evening, she took the ferry across the bay. The key was where it had always been, under the third stone, from the left in the garden walk. The cottage smelled of salt and old paper, and faintly of her grandfather's cherry tobacco. She stood in the doorway for a long moment, her throat tight. The lighthouse tower loomed beside the cottage. Maya found herself climbing its spiral stairs without deciding her footsteps, enjoying in the narrow space, up and up, past the service platforms, until she reached the lamp room at the top. The great Fresnel lens sat silent in the center, its thousand prismatic surface catching the moonlight. Maya ran her hand along the cold metal housing. What could you possibly remember? She thought. Then she sighed, took behind the lens mechanism a wooden box she had never noticed before. Her name was carved into the lid in her grandfather's careful hand. Inside were letters, dozen of them, all addressed to her, all dated over the past 10 years. Her hands shook as she opened the first one. Dear Maya, today you are 8 years old and you told me you want to be a marine biologist. You said the ocean keeps too many secrets and you want to discover them all. I did not tell you this, but your grandmother said the exact same things when she was your age. Maya sank to the floor, reading by moonlight, letter after letter, capturing moments she had half forgotten, the time she had cried because she did not make the saucer. Tim and her grandfather had taken her tide pool exploring instead, showing her wonders that did not require running. The day she had brought home a stray cat and he had helped her build it a shelter, even though he was allergic. Her first heartbreak at 16 when he had simply sat with her on the rocks and said nothing at all, which was exactly what she had needed. Dear Maya, you are 22 now and you think I don't notice that you visit less. I understand. The world is large and the lighthouse is small and you have your own light to build. But I want you to know that every time you visited, even when you were busy or distracted or checking your phone, you made the light brighter. You always have. The last letter was dated 2 weeks before he died. Dear Maya, if you're reading this, I'm gone and you finally got brave enough to come back. Good. Here's the thing about Lighthouse. They don't just warn ships away from danger. They tell sailors where home is. They say, here is solid ground. Here is a place you belong. I kept the light burning for 43 years, but you, my darling girl, You were always the brightest thing I ever tended. You are someone's lighthouse, Maya, maybe many someone's. And when the dark gets deep, remember, you already know how to shine. I watched to learn. Love always, Grandpa. Maya pressed the letter to her chest and wept. Not the bitter tears he had cried at the funeral, but something else. Something that felt like realize, like finally setting down a weight she had not known. She was crying. Outside, the automated light suddenly flickered on. A malfunction, probably, or someone testing the system remotely, but as it swept across the dark water, steady and sure, Maya felt something settle in her chest, a warmth, a certainty. She climbed down the stairs and walked to the cottage. In the morning, she would call the historical society about preserving the lighthouse. She would sort through her grandfather's things. She would scatter his ashes in the tide pools he had loved. But tonight she sat in his old chair by the window and watched the light sweep round the round, keep watching over the dark water, and for the first time since he had died, Maya felt like she could breathe all the way down to the bottom of her lungs. The light did remember. It remembered everything that mattered, and so would she.